Lucy, that's mine. No. If you are a cocktail drinking nerd like me, hit that subscribe button and join me for a drink. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody! I am making a margarita today because what else are you supposed to drink on Cinco de Mayo? And this is probably my second favorite holiday, and that is definitely because it's another drinking holiday. So I figured do it up, got my hat on. I'm going to be doing a variation on Tommy's Margarita, which I learned from the man himself, Julio Bermejo. And this cocktail, this classic margarita, was created in the 1980s at Tommy's Mexican restaurant in San Francisco. And Julio Bermejo is the son of the owners, and he created this in the 80s, and he is now a huge name in the industry. He's recently created his own tequila, and if you go and you can often find him at Tommy's in San Francisco, which is where I met him the first time. And he's very down to earth, and he will talk to you about tequila, and he is more than happy to explain to you all about tequila and why this works in a margarita and why this doesn't and why you should have this on its own. So if you have the chance to go there, I highly recommend it. So the original margarita is based off of the Daisy, which is a series of drinks, which is basically just a spirit, orange liqueur, and lime juice. And you can find this once again in Jerry Thomas's book, The Bartender's Guide, which I'll link for you below. There's so many classic cocktails that got their origins from this book in the 1800s. So for the Tommy style margarita, it, as I said before, doesn't have an orange liqueur. So it's going to be tequila, lime juice, and agave. For my tequila, I'm going to be using El Jimador Reposado. I like this tequila. It's not too expensive. It mixes well in margaritas and different cocktails. There's three basic types of tequila: Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo. So Blanco is going to be the silver that you see. Reposado is going to be rested, and Añejo is going to be aged. Reposado, what I have here, you're going to expect 2 to 3 months of aging on this. And then the Añejo is obviously going to be much more aged. So something like this, you're mixing with it. It's a good quality. Make sure, one thing that's important that I always look for is that it's 100% agave. But other than that, you're mixing with it. So, don't get crazy. So I've got 2 ounces of my tequila, and then I'm going to follow that with 3/4 ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice. And this trick that I'm doing right now, I think I actually learned at Tommy's, and that was to take the tips off of the lime, and they taught me that because it takes away some of the bitterness of the lime when you're squeezing it. So I'm going to do 3/4 ounce of my fresh squeezed lime juice. So where did the margarita originate? I bet you all could guess. This drink originated in Mexico. It became popular during Prohibition, actually, because a lot of Americans were traveling to Mexico to drink, because of obviously alcohol being outlawed in the United States. And so they brought this drink back with them from vacation in Mexico. I'm going to follow that lime juice with some agave, equal parts. I'm going to do another 3/4 of that. This is very easy to get at any grocery store. And then something that I'm going to do different here. So I always find myself buying strawberries because they sound so delicious and then never finishing them and they go bad. So what I've started doing is freezing them and then using them for projects. So one thing that I did recently was I took some out of the freezer, I pureed them, and I used them to make a margarita. And it was so delicious. So I thought that would be the one that I shared with you for this Cinco de Mayo. And what the heck is Cinco de Mayo, if you are wondering? It is obviously the 5th of May. But what's the deal with, why is it celebrated? The easy answer is that Jose Cuervo made it into a drinking holiday in the either the 80s or 90s. The longer story is that it celebrates the Mexican victory over the French on May 5th of 1862, the Battle of Puebla. Sorry, I'm trying here. But basically they were way outnumbered and they beat the French, so it was a really big deal. The last step is your garnish, and traditionally you'd garnish a margarita with salt, some lime, some sugar, whatever you're in the mood for. I learned a trick in school, back in hospitality school, that's kind of stuck with me, and that's to make a strawberry fan. I'm sorry if it's very old school of me, but I just think it looks so pretty on this. So how do you do a strawberry fan? You take a fresh strawberry and you just put little slits in it, and then once you've got the slits in it, you kind of smush it until it looks like a fan. It's one of the easiest things to do, and it looks so pretty. So that's what I did. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I think it looks really cute, and it's impressive if you're having a little Cinco de Mayo party, right? So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna pick, I like this little guy for my straw. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you. It's so refreshing and light. The strawberry comes through. I think using the strawberry puree in this way where it's, you're not buying the store-bought, you know, like you're just literally using some fresh strawberries that you're pureeing. It really comes through in the cocktail. And then everything else is fresh ingredients. You've got fresh lime, you've got agave and your tequila. So it's light and delicious. Perfect for Cinco de Mayo, but perfect for any day that you want to be out in the sun and enjoying the weather, right? So give it a try. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you enjoyed this delicious margarita as much as I did and Lucy tried to enjoy. Get out of there. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Lucy and I would really appreciate it. I will be putting out different videos weekly, and if you have any comments that you would like to leave below, please feel free to do so. Am I boring you? Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Jenna, and this is Jen and Tonic. Cheers. Do you want to, can Jogs eat strawberries?
I have no idea.